Good evening, Dr. Robinson, and good evening, class. This is my Unit 2 video, and basically what I've learned in this unit was obscene material and indecent. So obscenity and indecency, and basically the difference between the two is obscenity or obscene material is basically material like images, languages, or behavior that's not protected by the First Amendment, while indecency, on the other hand, is protected by the First Amendment. Um, and I also learned that so we talked about the George Carlin with the 7 words you can't say on air, and I believe that were shit, piss, fuck, cunt, motherfucker, or fuckery. And one of the cases I've learned, which kind of stuck out to me, was the Miller versus California case, the Marvin Miller, and basically he wanted to sell indecent material, obscene material. And another case we talked about was the FCC versus Pacifica, and that case was basically back in 1978, the Supreme Court had ruled that the FCC had legal authority to regulate indecent speech over public airways, meaning that obscene material couldn't be like over the radio or over broadcast, over anything that was going out. We talked about the Telecommunications Act of 1996, which also had the Communications Decency Act in that. And basically, the Telecommunications Act was the first measure of the telecommunications, and the goal was like for anybody in the communications business to let any uh, business compete in any market against each other. And basically, back to the Miller's test. The Miller's test was basically had three good things to it, and it was whether the average person applying community standards could find obscene material obscene, uh, and also was whether lacks of serious political literacy or artistic value. If it didn't have that, then it didn't pass the Miller test. And basically, what else we've talked about? We've talked about pornography. We talked about video games, and I remember last class we was talking about how a video game could affect someone leading to death, or a team going out killing people as he's seen on the video game. And that's kind of the things that I've kind of learned within this. Let's see. In the book, we also talked about, let's see, the Super Bowl, with the Super Bowl thing that happened between Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake when one of her breasts came out, and did we find that to be obscene or indecent? And I kind of believe that was it was because I mean you had like we said, it was a family show, and you had little 2-year-olds seeing Janet Jackson's breasts, so and they didn't know. Oh my gosh, people probably flipped out about that. So I feel like it's kind of like indecent exposure. So I would consider that like indecency. And we also talked about, let's see, something that's the Roth versus U.S. case when Samuel Roth was convicted of mailing obscene material. This was back in 1957. Um, in 1865, Congress made it illegal to mail obscene material, and that's basically some things that I've learned throughout this course. If you're still learning, we've talked about how obscene material and indecent material has come within music. Talked about how Marvin Gaye, a lot of his songs were like sexually explicit, and also Prince. But that's how their music became known. And actually, a lot of music now was still kind of sexually explicit. But like as you know, like they block out certain words on the radio station, and a lot of like explicit material has to be aired like on the internet, because like the internet has more free speech than it does as far as any regulations or anything over that from the FCC, because the internet, we use that society, so it can't, like, that's where you have a lot of free speech in general, and probably the freedom of press as well. That's what we just exercising our First Amendment. So that's kind of like a lot of things that I've learned through this. The second unit, and I figure like I like this unit and I want to keep talking about it.